Yesterday, I was on a podcast and the host asked, is there any way to guarantee a person will not cheat? Is there any way to affair-proof your marriage? And in my opinion, I said, there's really not 100% guarantee that you can affair-proof your marriage. It's like, guaranteeing somebody doesn't die. We can't do that. But we can do things to the best of our ability to prevent death, such as, eating right and exercising and keeping a positive mindset and getting our sleep and things like that. So there are things to cut down on the possibility of infidelity, even to like more than 90%. Number one, vulnerability. How vulnerable are you with your spouse, your significant other, your partner? Do you talk about your dreams together, your goals? Do you also talk about your weaknesses, your injuries, your flaws, your concerns? Vulnerability is huge in a relationship. It creates connection, it creates intimacy, and when you have connection and intimacy, there's really very little wiggle room to step out in an affair. Also, be careful who you're following on social media. Does your spouse know everyone who you're following on social media? Is there a reason you're following a particular person? If you're following somebody because, they look good in tight jeans or, they have some nice pecs, that's not a good reason to follow them. And your spouse should really know why you're following people on social media. Do you have passwords? Do each person has all passwords on all social medias, phones, computers, you name it. Does everybody have each other's passwords? Do not go out necessarily with somebody, if you're heterosexual, with somebody of the same sex, and if you're in a same gender relationship, okay, that was the other way around. Heterosexual, you shouldn't go out with the opposite sex, same gender. I even caution with lunch dates, with coworkers. It's just, it's you can, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't. It's that you want to be careful. You want to be very careful. You don't want to give your relationship any room whatsoever where any type of vulnerability or weakness meets an opportunity. How are you speaking to your spouse? If you are speaking to your spouse and giving them loving affirmations and you're encouraging them and you're uplifting them, they won't get so intrigued or excited when they hear it elsewhere. Now, let me be very clear. I don't care if you are not doing anything I just said. Nobody has a right, rhyme, reason, justification, rationalization for stepping outside of a relationship. Please hear me very clear. That's their decision only. I'm just saying, for those people that are watching these videos that maybe haven't experienced a betrayal in your relationship, haven't experienced infidelity, and really want some tips and techniques on how to best ensure one doesn't happen, these are some techniques to do so. So again, having passwords to all social media, making sure you're not alone with members of the opposite sex if you're straight, or members of the same if you're gay, making sure that, you and your partner know each other, who you're following, stroll through their social media. And listen, it's not an intrusive situation. It's just that we all need boundaries. Boundaries make us free. A lot of people are like, I don't want all these rules on my relationship. Relationships are rules, What are your rules for porn use? And I'll tell you something, I have no judgment with whatever anybody does or whatever they decide, but studies show that porn use is harmful to relationships. So I would be very careful with that. Now, if you guys use porn or you watch porn, either individually as a couple, I would also have rules on that. How much can you watch? When can you watch it? Maybe even what you watch. So you just want to really have rules, but not so much rules, boundaries on your relationship. Every relationship needs boundaries, and boundaries absolutely make us feel safe and allow us to live free.